my name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and today is Mishmash Monday. And I've got a little project today that I wanted to share with you. I've just been having a little bit of a play, and I'm actually quite excited by the results, actually. So I've been printing on music sheets, and I have been printing on old book pages, and this is what I've come up with. So I'll show you them all in a moment as to what I've done. But the beauty is that you also end up with some fabulous washi tape to play with at the end as well, which is just lovely. So let me show you what I've done. So these are the ones that I've printed on. Sorry, that goes up that way, although I don't think it really matters, does it? Yeah, it definitely goes up that way, I think. No, it doesn't. Oh, make your mind up, Dawn. There we go. It goes up that way. So this is just printed on some old score sheet. I managed to find, I was in an old charity shop many months, probably over a year ago now, and I came across this old music book with all these score sheets on. I won't go through and show you it all because there's some delightful little words in here as well. But it's a really old book. I'm not quite sure how old it is. I have tried to find out, but I can't. I don't know. It's just really old. It's a Greek slave musical comedy, apparently. Yeah, so it's really old, and I love it. It's really nice for using in your craft bits and pieces, and it's got a really old kind of leathery cover to it, which I use stuff out of there from time to time. But I've also got a couple of these leisure hour books. This one's from 1875, so this is a really old one. And this, look, you can see how old this is. It's got all the mottling in it, and it's really old, and it's got some lovely old pictures and things in which I utilise. I've used some of the little portrait ones before in my craft, and yeah, it's just a lovely old book to work with, really. So I've used that as well, and this is what I've come up with. So these are the score sheets which I've printed on. And they're lovely, and the backgrounds that I've used, by the way, are from Scrimping Mummy. So if you're one of her Ko-fi members, you will find these all on her Ko-fi shop to use. And then I also did a couple of the book pages as well, and these were the book pages I did. Now this little project is so simple to use, so simple to make rather, and I'm going to show you today how to do it, and obviously what you'll need as well. So what you will need, depending on the type of printer that you have, mine is a little bit temperamental, I am not going to lie. All right, so you need a little bit of relatively thin, I would say no more than 100 GSM print paper. 80 would be absolutely fine as well. If you've got really thin print paper, fine, it really doesn't matter. All that is to attach the page so that the printer will take it through. All right, and obviously whatever you're using. All right, so you've got your score sheets or your book pages. If you're using book pages, you need a little bit of print paper, and you need some masking tape, maybe a pair of scissors and a crafting knife, and a heavy duty-ish ruler that you can run your craft knife along, basically, and your printer. That's pretty much all you need for today's project. It is so simple, seriously. Now you could use thin masking tape if you wanted to. I've only got this, and this is actually, I do believe this is decorator's masking tape, so it's not even anything special. It is just masking tape. Okay, and all I'm going to do to start with, you do need to make sure, so that your printer takes this up, that your page is quite nicely lined up. Now I'm taping top and bottom on this one because it'll give me 2 bits of washi tape effectively. I could marry that up with the edge there and it'll just give me 1 wide piece of washi tape, but I am going to just pop that there. And now I am going to add a little bit of masking tape here. Let me just check I'm recording. Lovely. Be interesting to know if I've got any sound today. And all I'm going to do is bring the masking tape over so that it just literally hangs on there. Now I'm just going to make sure that is in shot. Just let me bring that up a little bit so that you can see. So it is literally just on the edge of the score paper there, and I'm just gently mooching that down. Okay, and it only just needs to catch the edge, and then I'm just going to turn that over. And this is where your ruler comes in handy. Pop your ruler on the edge of the paper and your craft knife. You could cut this off with scissors, but with the tape being sticky, it makes it a little bit awkward. Run your craft knife down and pull your tape off. Now, if you are using wide tape, you can then just turn that round and do the same on the bottom. So you're not actually wasting any of your tape, all right? And again, just literally over the edge of the paper, like so, making sure that this edge is all lined up, and pop that down. And now I'm just going to take that bit off as well, and just trim that up like so. Okay, and then I'm going to trim the other two edges. If your printer is anything like mine, it gets caught up if it hasn't got nice straight edges to work with. So all I'm doing is running the craft knife along here to take off all those rough little edges from the paper when I took it out of the book. Okay, so now I've got a nice clean edge there, so the printer's not going to have a hissy fit on me. I want to make sure that the masking tape is all trimmed off as well. If the masking tape isn't trimmed off properly, it'll catch in your printer. So you do need to spend a little bit of time just making sure that you've got all your little bits and pieces done. Okay, so that is now beautifully lined up and ready to go in the printer. Now, depending on your printer, my printer, I would put that in that way round, with that piece going in first, so that the top of the page going in first. You may find with your printer that you have to do it differently. So work out on your own printer which way round you need to do things. You may need to do a couple of tester pieces first of all, but that should now go through the printer without too much of a hassle. Alrighty, and then when that comes out, oh, let me just move my chair in so that I can reach my desk. When that comes out of the printer, this is what you end up with. So you end up with these beautiful little collections here. So these two I have already taken off the pages, and I've taken the tape off the top. So as you can see there, I've just got a little strip across the top there that isn't printed on, and this is why I say you only just need to catch the edge of it so that it sticks onto the page. So I've got those two beautiful pieces there, absolutely love them. And then I've got these two book pages here. So now I'm just going to take the washi tape off of these two pieces, all right, and I need to do this very carefully. So this one I literally just stuck top and bottom and then put it through, and then I realised, oh, I didn't, yeah, I stuck top and bottom and then put it through, but I put a little bit of tape along that edge there as well, so that I could not waste the potential tape that I had. I'm just going to take the tape off now and see what we've ended up with. So let me scooch that off. It's not too bad to get off, by the way. Just with you, if you're using old book page, just gently ease the tape off. It does come off relatively easily. I mean, this book page is nearly 100 years old. 1875, no, it's more than 100 years old. So it is very old and relatively fragile, but as you can see, that came off there with relative ease, just by being a little careful with it. All right, and if I just unroll that, can you see what we've got there? Beautiful little piece of washi tape to use in your projects. And if you've got these plastic coated playing cards, these are absolutely ideal to stick these on with, and then you've got some washi tape to play with when you want it. So you don't have to spend a fortune on washi tape. You could literally stick a load of washi tape onto a piece of paper like this, put it through your printer, and you're making all your own washi tape. How fab is that? So simple. So blooming simple, folks. Is there washi? Did I put washi tape down there? I can't remember if I did or I did. I think I did. I did. Look. It's just, was just using a little bit of the offcut, to be honest with you. And I thought, well, rather than waste it, I'll throw it on the bit of paper and I'll have another little bit of washi tape there. That bit's not actually stuck on the page. It gets a little bit curly, but it does uncurl if you're gentle with it. And then I've got another little bit of washi tape there. Let's stick that on there. Look, see, let me unwind that. Try to unwind it anyway. It's a little bit sticky, but you would hope so with it being masking tape. Oh, it's got a bit knotted up. Get off. There we go. There we go, you see? A little bit of washi tape there. Just going to wrap that round there. Now, if it does start losing its stick like that, you could still use it. I always put my washi tape on with glue stick anyway, to give it a bit better adherence, or stickiness if you prefer. So yeah, it works an absolute treat. This bit has caused me more trouble than any other bit I've done so far. There we go. Okay, so another little bit of washi tape there. I'm getting muck all over my fingers. Okay, so that's those two bits. Let me take this bit off. And then these sheets that you're using, you can reuse these over and over, so it's not wasted. You can use them as many times as you want to. Now then, I'm not sure that was a sensible thing to do, because now I've got to try and get this washi tape off of here, which isn't washi tape. It's, oh, there we go, that's coming off nicely. Right, let me do this slightly different way, being as I struggled with it before. Okay, so peel and stick. There we go. Nice, that makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it, rather than sticking together. Oh, get off of there. There we go. And we're now going to pop that on the, like so. Nice. Okay, so that's that bit done. And then this is what I've got from the book page, look. All right, now this bit I didn't trim because the book page wasn't as wide as the page itself. Okay, so I took a little bit of a chance just putting that through as it was. However, I did think it was a little bit of a chance. Look how beautiful that is. Doesn't it look lovely? I'm so pleased with how these have come out. I really am. This one I've taped all round. So I've got some beautiful faux washi tape going on there. And I'm now going to try and take this off without it making a terrible mess of everything. Like I say, it's just patience is a virtue with this. And let's find a piece to pull up. There we go. So just find your edges, pull that off very gently. Look at the tape. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice little bit of subtle colouring there. Let me get another card out, because that's already beginning to curl, as you can see. So I want to stop it doing that. So I'm going to pop it on my card. Fiddly old job, but It's worth doing, I think. Save you a blooming fortune on washi tape. There we go. Okay, and now peel that off. Doopy-doo, doopy-dum. There we go. Lovely. How beautiful. I'm really chuffed with how this has come out, actually. And the washi tape was literally a byproduct of what I was doing. Like I say, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anyone on YouTube doing this. I'm sure people must have done, to be honest with you. But I'm a bit slow to the party, so, or a bit late to the party, as they say. But this was just something that I've accidentally came up with when I was printing on my sheets to see what they would turn out like. Okay, and wrap that round there like so, and like so. And I've been doing a little storage thingy. I thought I would do a series on storage, storage bits and pieces, or storage solutions. That's the word I was looking for. Let me just check I'm still recording. God, it's a nightmare if I keep checking that. Yeah, and the other thing is with saving it on the playing cards as well, it saves having huge rolls of washi tape lying around. So in theory, you could, if you are short of space in your craft rooms, you could pop your washi tape onto plastic backed cards like this and save yourself a load of room on your washi tape storage as well. Just another little storage solution there. Oh, that's ripping. I wasn't watching what I was doing. I was more interested in my washi tape. Let me ease that off. There we go. Just ease a little bit off at a time. Fiddly old job, isn't it? Still getting there. I think it's, like I say, I absolutely think it's worth the effort. Beautiful, beautiful tape I'm getting as a result. Just gently ease that last bit off. There we go. Now I'm going to wrap that round there. And like I say, the bits that aren't sticking properly, tiny little bit of glue stick when you are ready to use it. Let me just get a little bit of glue stick here. Tiny little bit of glue stick just to pop the edge down. That's an old one that needs throwing away. That's horrible. Okay, and then it just adheres it down. Okay, so that's that one done. I've just got one final piece to take off and we are there. Come along, get offed. There we go. Okay, and as you can see on this page, I've got that tiny little strip round all four edges, just where it's printed on the washi tape rather than on the page itself. Oops, that's taken off some of the page itself there. I'm really not bothered about that, to be honest with you. That can still be used. You would just stick that on with your glue stick rather than trying to stick it straight onto the paper first. There we go. That's that. Just wrap that last piece round and we're there. Lovely. So out of those few pages, I've got 8, 9, 10, 11 little strips of washi tape there. Look, to use in projects. And I've got that there as a result of my printing. How fab is that? I love these. Very happy with these indeed. I've seen people print on pages before and on score sheets. I've not seen the byproduct of the washi tape before, but aren't they lovely? They're just gorgeous, aren't they? So that's it today, folks. Go away and have some fun. All you need is a bit of paper, bit of washi tape, either book pages or music sheets, craft knife, scissors, ruler, printer. Bob's your auntie's uncle. Off you trog. That's it. Okay, so have fun. Do share with me what you do. I'd love to see your efforts, and I will look forward to seeing you all again for No, it's Wednesday. I've no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm starting a new project yet or whether I'm still playing with bits. I might just play with bits, not sure. Catch you later, guys. See you Wednesday. Bye. Take care.